Hi, welcome to Monterey's Cooking. John Pisto and my very, very, very dear friend, Julia Child. I want to thank for being here with us today. And this is Kurt Grazing, our executive chef from the whaling station in Paradiso. We're here cooking all kinds of delights in honor of Julia, and we're tasting a few wines.
Just a few.
Just a few. And I am going to the bottom of my cellar in her honor. We're bringing out just the finest that I have, and we're teaming up some of the freshest and best things that Monterey has to offer in her honor. And we're having a lot of fun doing it.
We are.
And you know, the old thing, never take life too seriously. And have fun doing it, and I think that's what we're accomplishing today. Okay, we're gonna taste now a lamb dish that I learned in Spain, in Barcelona, where they get these small lamb, they're about 12 pounds, and they cook them in these wood-burning ovens for about 8, 9, 10 hours at a very, very low temperature. And the lamb, you know how we're so used to eating lamb medium rare and rare or medium. This lamb is so overcooked that it just falls off the bone, and but it's so rich. I'm going to show you. And then we're going to do a potato. We're going to team it with a French potato that has been that we learned in a place called Le Mole, that is done with black truffles, and it's a gâteau de pommes de terre à truffe. And so we've already cooked it because this took a lot of time, and we've teamed it up with some very, very nice old Spanish wines and some of the other wines, which were an 82 Claude Estrenal and a Pesquera Reserva 75, so we should have some pretty interesting flavors here. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Let's keep our fingers crossed. So far we've been doing okay, huh, Kurt? So. No mistakes so far. As you can see, this has been slow cooked, Julia. And what they served to us at this place was the shoulder, which was incredible. And I tell you,
we were looking at it and thought it looked like a prehistoric.
Doesn't it? Well, everything we eat, you know. Well, you know.
Well, the way you describe it, it sounds delicious.
Well, you know, it's very slow cooked. I mean, you can see it's not dry.
It's interesting. No,
yeah.
It's juicy.
And it's very juicy. And look at these pieces. This is, I mean, look at the juice in it. It's just incredible. And what they did was just rub it with salt. And here are the potatoes. So, Kurt, let's get a plate and invert that. I'll let you do that because.
That looks good.
Yeah, this looks nice, and you know, they used that Charlotte mold.
I love them.
It should slide right out. Okay. These are famous last words.
The loops on the side. What I love about these Charlotte molds is you have something to hold on to when you mold things.
Well, you know, we bought a whole series of these.
He's very good at this.
Well, he's a pro. And this should come right out.
Did it?
Yep, I think I heard it. And
but look at how you can lift it off with those handles. I mean, that's wonderful.
Just
look at that!
Wow, my gosh,
boy.
Isn't that nice?
That looks delicious.
Yeah, nice and caramely, and has a nice brown color, just like the potatoes have been caramelized. And inside is it's all these layers of truffles. So, okay, get the plates ready. Let's give this a shot. Now, have the wine's been poured yet? Yes?
Yep, we all have
okay.
some.
I'm going to pull some of this fat off. Just look at
that.
Look at this.
Look at that. It's wonderfully juicy.
I mean, it's just.
Look at that.
Okay, un piatto. All right. I'm going to give you a little piece with the bone because the bone, and this just gets cut. Look, I mean, just like a cake. I mean, we lucked out again, Kurt. Well, I shouldn't speak those. Well, maybe we need to play with the saw here. No, it'll work.
Look
at that.
Lovely.
Okay.
What kind of potatoes did you use?
We're using those Yukon.
Those Yukon Golds. I love them.
Golds. And we're not going to do any sauce with this. I mean, I'm trying to duplicate what was served to us in Spain, and just the meat, a real small slice.
It doesn't look dry.
It doesn't look dry. That's what's amazing. Has a great flavor, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean, the fat.
It has a different quality from.
I think it's because of that slow cooking, and the lamb takes on a whole different texture. And I think the more bone you have to it, the better it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this
potatoes.
Let's see. Now we're using those Oregon black truffles.
Well, these are from Oregon.
Yes.
I didn't know they were raising truffles.
Yeah. Well, these are wild though.
No.
And geez, we still have those truffles here, Kurt.
This is lovely, and I love the way the potatoes come in layers.
We put them on the mandolin. I mean, it's just moist, juicy, incredible.
Well, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
That was great.
Oh, my pleasure. So Kurt, now Kurt's going to do this foie gras, which is goose
I think
liver.
a lot of people don't even know what foie gras is, so why don't you tell us what it is?
Okay, this is a goose or a duck liver that has been fed a special formula, and what they do is they force feed these duck or geese to...
I don't know, they say it really isn't force feeding because they love it. They rush to be fed.
Well, they overeat a certain formula, and their livers enlarge that produces probably one of the best tasting things in the world.
There's this one, that's New York.
Yes, it is.
And this is, why do you think that there's a different look?
I believe it's a different formula that they're fed, and it's a little bit different duck.
Maybe.
So
if we eat it like this every day, our livers would look like that.
Well, maybe our livers probably do look like this. But you know what? It's a fine way to go, folks.
Well, they say that the people in France and the foie gras live longer and have no heart trouble practically.
That's right.
And that they're much better off.
Yeah, they have to know
Because they're happy eaters. I think that makes a lot of difference.
And I think the wine they consume with it, and it's it's everything in moderation. And I mean, they can't be wrong. I mean, they've been doing it for hundreds of years.
And they live longer.
They sure do, and a happy life too. Exactly. Yeah. But what do you know? What kind of duck they use on are these muscovy?
They're moulards.
These are moulard.
Okay.
These are the moulard that they use in New York, and I believe it's the muscovy that they.
Oh, the muscovy. Okay.
Well, they use the.
That's muscovy,
the muscovy that they use up in Sonoma. So
maybe that's the difference in the
different ducks, and some people prefer one, and some people prefer the other. Just as in many other things.
Now, what the wine that goes with this, probably the best in the world, is going to be
the Chateau Yquem.
Okay, and we got it for you. And when we come back, we're going to put this one together.
Wonderful.
Yeah, this should be heaven. This should be heaven. Okay.
I wanted to do something a little bit different. As you know, foie gras always pairs well with something that's both sweet and acidic. And normally it's done with raspberries or rhubarb or something of that sort. But we're going to do a little bit different today, and we're going to do it with fennel and tomatoes. What we're going to do is we're going to caramelize the fennel very quickly, just with just a little bit of white sugar.
There's all sugar in there.
And that's just going to caramelize right down there. And a little bit of red onion. I've taken the Roma tomatoes and cubed those up a little bit on the large side, macerated it with a little sugar, a little salt, a little bit of thyme. So that's all set to go. Slice the fennel thin so it'll cook quickly, and just a little touch of red onion, and we'll just put in just a little hint of of orange zest.
Oh, that's a nice idea. Yeah. He's awfully good at that, isn't he?
Yep, thank God.
Fast Julietta.
Yep, and he's, yep.
So our sugar has already caramelized here. It's just turning into nothing.
Are we gonna have both types of liver or just
Yes,
one?
we are. We have the two types that we talked about. The one that's a little bit whiter is
boy.
the
Now, why are you doing that, Kurt?
just for a little extra decoration. Gives it a nice appearance.
That's a good idea. Because it's rather flat otherwise, isn't it?
We just hit that with a little pepper and a little bit of salt.
Salt?
That
Okay.
right here.
Okay. Ooh.
And now you see we got that vegetable caramelizing quite well.
It's got a nice flipping
Boy,
motion.
that is
That's all
caramelizing.
And then they are
Sugar's getting all
caramelizing
brown.
already, you know? Then
Wow, this is quite a combo. Never think this would work together, but he knows. Wow. Okay. Well, you know a lot, I'll tell you that. You know what you're doing. My God.
Now we have a little touch of pork.
Okay, Porto. Porto is right here,
We have that over here.
right there. Okay, we're using a real good quality pork
oh,
too.
good.
Nice 85. We're not using any garbage.
He's never used
Never,
garbage.
never.
No.
We just got the juice start coming out of the tomatoes where they're all set. They're starting to sweat, release their own sugars and juices. And then the fennel is all caramelized there. And we're just going to give
Oh,
that
that's
A little port wine there.
pork and tomato.
Nice little
Right?
It's already catching fire there.
Yeah, it's real hot.
Just a little hint of orange in the
And that's your
background.
orange.
Wow. You'll stop. Okay. I'll hold this up just in case it doesn't get too hot for you. Because I know we have to sear that, the liver is going to be seared.
Yes.
And
We just add a little bit of either duck stock or veal stock.
Duck stock is awfully good, isn't
oh
it?
boy.
Just to add a little bit to that. Now that's, just turn that down. Let that make a compote. And we have our plates already, because once
Okay.
we start cooking the
Plates are over here.
foie gras, we're off to the races.
Okay,
Now that has to be very hot.
which it
Some
is.
people put fat in the pan, some people don't. Just two different schools on that, as it makes its own quite quickly.
Wow.
And this
Yes, you can
smokes up
see the
quickly, and it's like the ceps that we had before. We like it to be crispy on the outside and a nice creaminess
Yeah.
or a custard
That's wonderful.
on the inside.
Oh boy.
This is the way to live, Joe.
Oh, absolutely. I tell you, I'll be here tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Welcome to join me. We'll continue.
Foie gras for breakfast.
Oh my God.
Isn't it really?
Look at that.
See, you really have to have a hot pan with it.
Very hot.
And that,
very
I
hot
think
pan.
these little
Yes, it
marks
just
are made.
accentuates
It's very much nicer.
Well done.
Learn something new every day. Look at that. And look at all, and that beautiful fat. This is the sauté your
yeah,
eggs
good
in the
job.
morning.
We'll make
Potatoes.
the potato ghetto with that.
Yeah. That's lovely.
We should be ready to go here.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Oh, we hope so.
Okay. Looks good to me. And we're going to have a Chateau Yquem, which is a dessert wine from France, which is probably the most famous of all the white dessert wines in the world. Wow, look at that. Kurt, this is, Jesus. Oh, my.
Serving. foie gras.
Wow, we have port and we have the cam. Oh my God, this is heaven. Oh, thank you. I'm in heaven. Oh my. Oh boy. People that know this, eat your hearts out. This is just out of this world.
And then you have all that fat that you can use.
We'll pour it off and we'll save it. Well, oh, it's okay. We have another one. We only made 4 pieces, so the rest of you folks, I'm sorry. Well,
Here you are, Kurt.
this is for Kurt. Kurt's got no. Why don't we'll serve everyone later, but we should eat this now. While it's nice and hot and it's beautifully juicy, and we have our wines. Okay.
I just love soaking foie gras. Just right, isn't it? That push button.
Oh boy.
That's your wine.
A salute. Santé. Where's Kurt's?
Here. You can have
Oh, Kurt, thank you so much.
you.
Julia, thank you so much. God,
Thank you.
oh, gee, my pleasure. Eating this is an experience. It's the richness of the fat, and then the sweetness of the wine is probably the biggest contrast in the world. I mean, it's like I don't know.
Heaven.
It's that's like
on a plate.
it's like heaven on a plate. I don't know of any better combination that describes the sweetness and the richness. And I mean, this wine. I mean, if you can see this, it's like oil. Yeah. Oh, I mean, it's just.
Said no more.
Okay, no more. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, folks, this has been a very, very, very enjoyable evening. As you can see, I have mushrooms all over me. I have them in my hands. I have in front of me. And I think we're at the dessert stage now, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Okay. You want to cut this, or should I do it?
You're the host.
Okay, thank you. All right. What we've done is we've poached some pears and some muscat with candy cap mushrooms. Okay, they have a flavor of maple syrup. Okay, if you hold that for me. Now this is this was just picked about a half hour ago. And we got candy caps, mushrooms that smell like maple syrup, okay, that are in this cake that I'm gonna cut right now, and here it comes. Oh boy, look at this. Oh my. Look at that. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is gonna go over like a ton. Oh, I did it. Well, that's what you call the luck of the Irish. Okay, now we need
It's Foie Pisto, right?
Pisto, right? Okay, now we're gonna get some of this beautiful syrup. Now remember, I poached the pears in a muscat wine flavored with these beautiful mushrooms, and the cake is full of these mushrooms. And who are we gonna have taste this? Okay, look at this, Joy. I mean, look at this. That's a nice looking dessert. A little green on it. Well, we got the green plate. Okay, and can I taste this one? All right. Then everyone else can taste it. And It gets better with every bite. This is, I tell you, everyone here is going to love this. This is a real, completely different thing we've ever done. This is incredible. Till next time, thank you very much. Ask for these recipes because they're incredible. Okay? Bye-bye.